Again, down 10 at the half. The Steelers have been outgained by over 130 yards. And then they go into the locker room and they come back, and it's a completely different game. 20 unanswered points, the largest halftime comeback in a season-opening win in the storied franchise history of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And it's interesting because that offense, right, new offensive coordinator Matt Canada, it didn't look very good, Damien, early on. What did you see from them, and how did they get better as time went on?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're talking about a new offense. You know, they do a lot of, motions and all those type of things. But I think once Big Ben got into a rhythm, that's the big thing about Big Ben. Once he got into a rhythm, he was able to kind of find his wide receivers. And he did take some hits in his game. But I think just over a period of time, they kind of broke the code of that Bills defense, and they made just enough plays. They weren't explosive by any means throughout the game, but they made just enough plays to win this ball game.
Bills didn't get to the quarterback either. They addressed that in the offseason, and they didn't get to the quarterback. We just crossed the top of the hour here on SportsCenter. We're with you for the next 30 minutes. Tim Hasselbeck, you can bill me for this. Talk me down here, man. I mean, you know what? Listen, we're AFC Championship a year ago. You lose in week 1 at home. Help me out here.
Well, I'll talk you down a little bit. I think this idea that the Pittsburgh Steelers, were kind of a done or washed up football team, I think we're overstated in the offseason. And you saw what they were on defense. Buffalo had a hard time blocking that front. You saw, a team coached by Mike Tomlin find a way to come up with a special teams play. And Ben Roethlisberger, let's not forget, he's still a really good quarterback. So I think there's elements of this that we saw 2 really good teams play week 1. Now, all that to say, Kevin, here's what I would tell you. I do think that Buffalo needs to find some balance some way. A few runs in the second half by Singletary are great. But at the same time, I think they are putting way too much on Josh Allen. For much of the game, he was the leading, rusher, both in attempts and yards. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he maybe is, arguably the most talented quarterback in the game. But that being said, I think that you need to do things to help your offensive line. And part of that is not just dropping back 50-something times.
And listen, Tim, you're absolutely right. I was talking to Kevin just a minute ago saying that they need to find much more balance on offense, because the one thing when you watch the Buffalo Bills, and in particular Josh Allen and all those design runs, he's taking a lot of hits at the quarterback position, and it's going to come to a point where Josh Allen is going to get hurt with all those design runs that they have him running. So, listen, they need to figure out a way to give Devin Singletary more carries, because you could see he had some lanes to run. They need to find more balance on offense, and I think that will actually help out Josh Allen a lot, particularly in the passing game.
And I don't know how many holding penalties there were, but off the top of my head, I feel like there were at least 4, with a minimum of 3 of them accepted. You just think about that in terms of the pass blocking issues when you are not even attempting to run the football.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I did. We didn't help. Kevin, we didn't help, but we're just being honest here.
Again, look,
send them the bill.
Pittsburgh's good, by the way. They played a very good game today, but there are some concerns for my Bills.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.